Hello, everyone. This is crazy. Uh, so wasn't expecting to film anything today. Actually, I just downloaded OBS, which overall works pretty well, but the internet is absolutely horrendous. I got a new computer though. It's running beside me, and you probably won't be able to hear it because it is quiet. It is a lot more quiet than my last computer. It has I don't know really what I don't know the name for why is it disappearing from my head? The RTX, the GeForce RTX. Is that the hard drive? I can't remember. Darn it. No, that's a graphics card. Sorry. The graphics card is a GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. So it's pretty good. I'm sure people will be like, well, you should have gone for the 3080. But then again, I think everyone that knows what that is knows it's extremely hard to get. Like, extremely hard to get. And it's completely overpriced. Even this one was a bit overpriced. And it has, I don't really remember the specs too much. I think it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. My last computer had 8 gigabytes, so it's definitely an upgrade, but I would have liked like at least 24 or so. I don't think it goes to 24 unless you custom do it. I think then it goes up to about 32 gigabytes of RAM. Anyway, I don't really want to go over all the specs because I'm sure a lot of you probably don't care. But yeah, I got a new computer. And I've been reading some of the comments lately, and it's like, well, where are you? Where have you been? Like, well, why aren't you doing anything? And, it's like one of the videos I made was sort of discussing, like, I was talking about how I really didn't want to continue with this channel because I kind of lost motivation. So, but I kind of balance it where I'm like, I'm not going to upload all the time, but I'll put out a video every once in a while. So it doesn't necessarily mean I'm back. I get a lot of pressure when people comment, like, hey, you're back, welcome back. And it's like, ooh, no, just updating, I guess. But then again, I don't want to do another update video. And I don't know how the quality of the sound is right now. I don't know whether I should turn this up. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. And I don't know how much more the background noise you're gonna hear. The camera I'm using is just webcam. It's pretty standard. It's pretty awful. I look kind of. It looks kind of green, but that's okay. It'll work for now. And of course, the way I have my desk set up, I just can't fit a good quality camera on here without moving everything, and that wouldn't have been the best decision, just because it would have taken me like 2 hours just to rearrange everything. Because right now on my desk, the camera would probably have to sit like right in front of me, and it would be like zoomed on my face like crazy. So yeah. Anyway, what's been going on? I don't really know. 2020 to 2022 have been a bit of the same old thing. I think my sister might come to my room just to take some of my paints away. She's been wanting to paint, so I'm just kind of listening out for her. But yeah, I decided to make a video, I guess just to update you guys. I have a beard. I like my beard. It's actually came in rather fast this time, which is kind of odd, I guess. But I wanted a beard, and it's winter, and there's nothing to do really. So I'm like, why not? I'll grow a beard. It's very fun to play with. If anyone has a beard out there, it's very fun to comb, I guess. I guess fun isn't the right word there, but it's somehow satisfying. My hair is just, I lost my conditioner. And my hair is just crazy. I don't know how to style it anymore. Part of me just wants to pull it back and part it, I guess. But that's not been working recently. So I've just been doing that. And this actually looks pretty normal compared to how my hair basically is every day. At the moment, my face is a little bit broken out, just because, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I do have like Crohn's disease. At least they think I do, or I'm pretty sure I do. So basically, I have to stay away from dairy, and pretty much I've been eating a lot of dairy for some reason, which I don't know why. It's stupid of me, but I've had some Handel's ice cream, Graham Central Station, and that's where it is. But and then also I've had a lot of cake today for some reason. I guess there's just cake on the table, so I decided to eat some. And yeah, I have some. Of course, I put some creamer in my milk. Creamer in my milk. Creamer in my coffee. So, so yeah, all that's sort of like not agreeing with me. And I probably shouldn't be consuming that, but I'm having a lot of fun. I have gained a lot of weight. I guess not a lot, but also I'm realizing now my bed's a mess. And yeah, my whole room is a mess. Looks better than usual, I guess, but it's still a mess. Yeah. Back here, surprised I actually pointed it out right. That's a drawing I did in, I want to say 2020. I lost track of time so bad. And then there's a drawing over here that I also did, I think around 2020. I don't remember. I mean, that one right there took me, I'm not pointing to the Last Supper, I'm pointing to that one. That one probably took me like, oh geez, maybe more than a week. And my mom's laughing actually at a TV show, so ignore that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really have much to say. I think I also get kind of like stressed out with just reading some of the comments, and one person likes soft spoken, the other person likes whispered, the other one likes when I just ramble, the other one likes when I read something, or if I or people are asking for role plays, and other people are asking for other things, and I know I can't make a video that covers all of it, and I guess I could, but I don't know. I genuinely don't like doing role plays or much of whispering, or I don't like doing a lot of stuff. And there's channels out there that do role plays and whispering and even soft spoken things way better than I will ever manage to do. And I know that's not the point, because it's my voice, it's my channel. I could do something unique with it, but I just don't have, I don't want to say I don't have the time, because I kind of do have the time, but I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on, and hobby-wise. So this is like a hobby, I guess, that I barely go to. And I have other hobbies that I barely do, barely work on. And I still do that more than I do this. But thankfully I don't have the urge to cough. I did have COVID. I am fine. I believe it was like the Omicron variant. I somehow managed to escape the coronavirus for 2 years, and it was just like 2 weeks ago that I had it. I had to get a test, came back negative. My dad got it, so I had to get another test within a week, and that came back up with an error. So I had to go back in and I had to retest a third time, and they said I had it. So, actually, I couldn't be happier that I got the variant, because Omicron is supposed to be a lot less severe, and I'm not going to get into all that because people get really worked up with all that stuff. But basically, I'm pretty sure I have the antibodies. I know I have to check for it and stuff. But because I'm autoimmune and stuff, I'm not going to get into that, because that's just, I know people get really, really opinionated with that stuff, and I don't really want to bring that up. But yeah, I am doing absolutely fine. I did have like a sinus infection with it, so I'm kind of congested right now. Plus with the coronavirus, it kind of lasts a bit longer, I think, in the system. So I'm just kind of getting over that, and yeah, I'm just absolutely blessed that I didn't like get anything horrible. Sorry if you're hearing anything outside the door. My family's talking and stuff. Hopefully you won't be able to hear that. I can't really edit this. I mean, I could. I honestly just don't have the time. And I know I said I have time, but I don't have that kind of time. I'm working on a lot of stuff, like I said. How about I talk about that? So I'm working on a book. I'm working on a few books. Basically, I am very... I'm a very creative person. I like to be creatively active, if that makes sense. So I like to create stories and create scripts and that. And sometimes I really don't know whether to make a script or make a book or make something out of it. Because a book, that's really hard to make. But sometimes if it's a good idea, I'm like, maybe I should make a book. I've only made one book, and I think I talked about this before. I made I worked on my first book in... I'm trying to think of what I was doing. I was around 7th grade, I want to say. I worked on my first book, and till today, which I don't know how much longer that would be, about 12, no, I think it has to be like around like 14 years, maybe, somewhere around there, maybe like 14 years. I'm still working on the same book. Has it changed? Oh boy, you betcha. So it actually went from an Oregon setting with the main character getting powers from a dragon stone, I believe, with his best friend being a guy, and they found a treasure map, like the Goonies or something, and he gets these powers, and there's a desert. He wakes up in a hospital in another dimension or another land or something, and he's in this like hospital out in the middle of the desert. There's dragons involved. There's a main enemy in it. Don't remember honestly. That was a long time ago, and now it has changed very dramatically from that to it taking place in Ohio, I believe. I believe I put it in Ohio, and um, and there's a boy who has powers, telekinesis. It explains why he has that, and he basically has to get rid of it. I don't want to give too much away in case I do publish it one day, which would be amazing. That's my main goal. And yeah, there's a lot more to it, but in this one, he has a friend that's a girl, and he really likes her, but of course they're in the friend awkward relationship, and I think he's like 14 in the book. Of course I probably made him seem a little bit older because I'm getting older, so I feel like sometimes I have a hard time having immature dialogue, just because I'm not 14, of course, so I don't really know how 14-year-olds talk now, but I guess that's the fun of writing. You get to guess and stuff. And it just changed so dramatically over the 14 years. Of course it did. I mean, what book wouldn't change within 14 years? I think I rewrote the book probably four times now, maybe 5 times. I'm not sure. And in between that, in that time period, I've written probably a horrible Slenderman book. I was really into Slenderman in high school. And for those who don't know, I have created it's called Fallen 7 with no spaces in between. And it was a sort of like a Marble Hornets or a Everyman Hybrid or what's the other one? Trab 12 type of Slenderman account, where it was very found footage like, and it had the most complex plot possible. And then because of the scare of 2020 with YouTube and changing the age restriction and everything and getting that big huge fine, I decided to completely wipe out the account. I mentioned this way in the past, and yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I've written a horrible Slenderman book. It was about, I guess this is just, I might as well explain it. I don't really much else to talk about, I guess. I think it had I always name them Aaron, or I always name the main character Hayden, which is funny enough. The book I'm working on now, his name is Hayden. I don't know why I like the names Aaron spelled Aaron, or why I like the name Hayden, or why I like the name for what do I name the women? It's very Irish names. I like Irish names. I don't know why. I like the name Aaron. I like the name Shannon. I like the name Samantha. I can't remember what her name was in that book, the Slenderman book at least. Yeah, so anyway, it went off one story of one guy, and then it kind of like crisscrossed to another guy in the past that explained the origins of Slenderman, and then the guy who was dealing with it presently. It was actually good, probably okay at least, but the writing was, oh my gosh, I wish I had it. I probably do somewhere. I don't know where, but I remember one time one of the first time I got GTA 5, I needed extra storage. So I put my USB in the back of the Xbox to get extra storage, and I accidentally, I erased the entire USB, naturally, which had my Slenderman book on it. But I'm pretty positive I made a backup somewhere. I don't know where. And yeah, and I think I was reading it, and it was just, of course, written awful. And that's basically how my other book, um, how it kept getting rewritten. I just kept reading it. I'm like, this is awful writing, and I still do it. I still reread my work and be like, oh, this is awful. I have to rewrite it, the whole thing, because at that point, it's just not worth trying to save. But I don't have the best writing skills, honestly. I don't have the best grammar, and I don't have the best English, honestly. English is my first language, but I have had zero teaching of English in school. Like, it's always been about reading a book or whatever. It's never been about, it's very rarely been about English and grammar and proper whatever, you know? Like, if you ask me what a preposition is, I'm going to sound stupid because I actually don't know. I think a preposition, this is how bad they taught English in school. And of course, they have to teach you everything else but the things that you should know, which is like prepositions and adverbs and all that's useful stuff. Not trying to find out the area of a stop sign. But what is a preposition? Preposition, isn't that where it's under, over? Is that it? Or is that completely different? I don't remember. I don't honestly don't know. An adverb, I think an adverb, I remember that from the puzzle game, not the puzzle game, the Mad Libs. Is that it? And adverbs, don't they end in ly and they're verbs? Like softly or quickly or something like that? Is that an adverb? I don't know. I'm asking no one right now. But what was my other books? I'm working on other things, and I don't know why I'm so worried to like tell you the plot. It's just like, I don't know. I have good ideas, and I don't want anyone to take them, and then I feel really, really. I kind of feel like prideful that I'm like thinking that my work or my creative ideas are really good, that someone's gonna want to take them and steal them, and it's silly. It's really silly. But I've been working on. I haven't really been working on it, but I remember in 2020 I was working on a script, sort of like a What We Do in the Shadows type of TV show, or a what's another good example? Kind of like maybe The Office in a way, if it was like portable. The way it's shot would be more like The Office or What We Do in the Shadows TV show. And I'm just going to tell you, because why not? It's supposed to be a parody on Bigfoot, people who believe in Bigfoot. And it would be about a Bigfoot squad. So basically, a bunch of around 5 people in a team who are looking for Bigfoot, and basically they never find one. And they're all unique in their way. One's like a real an idiot basically, and he's like really pro guns, so he's always bringing guns. He's always causing trouble for the team. He's always very impulsive. The other one is an ex vet, so he steals like tranquilizers if in case they see Bigfoot, and he also has the memory of a goldfish. So like he'll put cameras up in the trees, but he'll always forget to take them down, or he always forgets something. You can tell him something and he'll forget it like 30 minutes later or something. The other one is a scientist who has failed, and who's a very bad scientist. One who basically just got the most basic level degree in college of like a science major or an environmental scientist. I'm sorry if anyone has an environmental science degree. I do not mean to insult in any way. The only reason why I say environmental science is I had a class in college that could have not been simpler to pass. And when I say that, I'm telling you, people should not go to college if they took that class and failed, because the teacher gave you, my teacher gave me and the whole class, literally the questions on the test, the answers to the questions on the test. We got to bring the answers and the questions to the test day where we could then look at them and literally copy and paste. He did not take attendance. And so literally we just had to show up and take the test. I don't know how much more simpler it can be. And some people in the class were actually failing. They were failing. So that's what I mean when I kind of get that reference. So there's like a scientist lady, and basically like that. And she's very skeptical. I think now you're starting to probably pick up on a pattern of a current Bigfoot show that just went off air maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And then there's like the leader of the group, and he's always trying to gather money from his father, who's very wealthy, very, very successful in life. And he's trying to get money always from him just to continue his research and investigations at night. And so there's this, I think either they're filming it or I think a camera crew, kind of like with The Office, how they follow them and they kind of observe what they do. And I guess the metaphor, I don't know how to call it, the theme of the show is supposed to be like they can't find Bigfoot and they also can't find themselves. I think the funny thing about the show that I wanted to create for it was basically they can't find anything. They lose stuff more than they find stuff. So I had this really funny opener where at the beginning the stupid one has a dog. I feel bad, but don't look at the pattern from the past television show that's actually out. He has a dog, and it's a hunting dog, and he just lets it loose at the very beginning, thinking it's gonna help find Bigfoot, and it just runs off. And he's calling his name. He's just standing there calling his name, and it just doesn't come back. And then that's just the punchline. He lost the dog basically, and I think it's funny. It's just like each one of them loses something in the show, and you realize by the end of the series that not only have they not found a Bigfoot, and they also have a like an enemy Bigfoot team, sort of like Twister. If you guys ever seen the movie Twister with Tornado, do you remember how there's another team that's like their adversary, I guess, that they're competing against? There's a British team of Bigfoot hunters too that are kind of doing something similar that they never get along with. But at the end, they lose stuff. They never find Bigfoot. They're really lost themselves in their lives, like with what they're doing and where they want to go in life. And so it has a meaning to it as well. And I just really like that plot. I don't know. I also wanted to do something very similar with the script for garage sale people, because I go to a lot of garage sales in the summer. So I know these people to like a fine T. And let me tell you a quick story, and then I'm going to wrap up. I don't know if I ever said this. This is probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life that I'm about to tell you. So I went to a garage sale in the summer of whatever year. I don't know, 2016. I have no idea. I have a good memory in terms of stupid things, but I also have a horrible like time frame. I can't. It could have been 3 years ago. It could have been 9 years ago. But I went to a garage sale basically, and I'm an eBayer, so I like to go around looking for stuff to sell. And I found a lot of stuff this past summer. But anyway, this one time, I was, I guess, a kid, and went with my father to a garage sale. I went inside the garage, and I honestly, everything was too expensive. I'm gonna burp. Hold on. I'm good. I was trying to look for stuff, something to sell. I found absolutely nothing there, and I was just bored. My dad was still looking around, so I went to the main garage, and I just started picking up stuff and looking at them because I was bored. And I found this mug, and I don't know why I had to look at the bottom of it, but I picked up the mug and I just instinctively looked at the bottom. I wanted to know a name. I wanted to know a brand. I have no idea. No idea. I have nothing, no reason. I don't know even what brand like is expensive. So I don't know why I did this. But I decided to lift a mug, flip it over, read the bottom of it, and guess what? A bunch of coffee spilled everywhere, all over the garage and over some of the stuff. I was mortified. I was like, in the moment, I'm just like, I just spilled someone's coffee all over the floor because I wanted to look for a brand name. My father looked over, I remember, and he just gave me a look, and he looked down at the coffee all over the floor, and his face of just disappointment in me, and I'm like, Dad, we gotta go. So me and my father, English lesson, my father and I got the heck out of there. And I think we saw them outside of the garage, and I don't know whether they saw what I did or not, but we left. And we maybe should have told them, like, sorry. I remember their stuff was very expensive, and like I didn't want to have to like pay for anything. I don't think it messed anything really. I think it just was all over the floor, and someone's coffee was all over the floor. I mean, I don't think it messed with like, I don't think anything got ruined from it. But we both like got out of there quick, and I feel really bad, and I feel embarrassed for myself and why I would ever do that. But now it's just one of those like funny stories you tell 9 years later, however long ago it was. But yeah, one of the funniest stories I have. Well, I guess one of the most embarrassing stories I have. But yeah, I had fun. I have to go do stuff now. I have to stop this recording. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me mumble on. Please don't take my story idea or my script idea of the Bigfoot thing. I would like to do something with it still, and hopefully I can get motivated enough to work on all my hobbies, drawing, painting, writing, filmmaking, along with, just, I love going to church and just praying, going in the tabernacle, praying, being in the presence of God. What else do I do? Anything creative, really. I've been wanting to go on the computer, honestly, and download Blender, which is a 3D software program, and just try to relearn that, because I remembered it from college, and it's just like impossible to get back and like learn it because it's just so hard. But I like to like make stuff, take pictures, render stuff, just all this like stuff I want to do, and I have so many ideas for stories and books and just stuff I have to just get out. Um, and then I have to find out like what to do with them, because I don't know the process of like copywriting it and giving it to someone to edit or publish, and I just don't know how to do that at all. So I have quite a lot on my plate, along with finding a full-time job and just doing some of the other stuff I'm doing with the church, and with helping my friends with stuff, and just trying to balance life. Like my friends like to get online, play war zones or Minecraft or any of those games. So I have a lot. I have like a lot of stuff that I do, and yeah, and then there's this. So I'm glad I could do at least this, because it was very unexpected for me to do this tonight. You probably heard my parents coughing or clearing their throat many, many times during this, because they are also still a little bit sick. But I am doing fine. And yeah, I am glad I could do this. My internet, like I said, is running like a dinosaur. I don't know, to give you a reference. It's running at 100 and something kbs, which is just awful. I have no idea why it's running that slow. It took forever to download this OBS, which is like 84 millibytes. That should take like anywhere from like a minute to 4 minutes, maybe less. I don't know. And it took like 15 minutes, and it was just ridiculous. My phone can do it within a minute. Like I don't know what's wrong with it. So today is to pressure me into getting this out soon. Today is the first month, the 24th day of 2022. So hopefully I will have it either by tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. It's 38 minutes. So I remember something else I downloaded was took a very, very long time, basically. So we'll see what happens. But thank you all for watching. I've been very slumped over this whole time. Just rambling about stuff. And yeah. All right. I need to wrap up. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. And I forget my catchphrase, whatever it is, but I'll see you next time on the ASMR channel.